There was a young pirate called Tuck, who was always down on his luck. He met a fine girl called Princess Pearl, and he took her home for a Hey you beautiful buccaneers, Falcore here. So let me first start off by saying that Season 5 has been nothing but amazing. I'm not sure if it will keep all us veterans fueled for an entire 3 months, but the amount of amazing features that have been added are really a huge breath of fresh air. The simplicity of some of these mechanics, such as the cannon rowboat, opens up so many doors for some hilarious encounters within the seas. Silly things like the city mechanics, although somewhat pointless, have opened up the doors to some amazing screenshots and a fun thing to do in your downtime.
However,
the quest board. Now, before I start my negative thoughts and lift back the veil on this system, I just want to say that first of all, the whole mechanic of burying loot, hiding loot, stealing maps, gifting maps is an entirely awesome thing to be added to the game. I cannot thank the developers enough for this mechanic, and it has so many uses and opens up so many new adventures on the seas. That said though, the map board is really very silly. First of all, I want to point out the obvious. As I mentioned before, the only reward you get from posting these maps is renown and reputation. Renown is a completely useless currency, as gaining renown is one of the easiest things you can do in this game. Secondly, you do get extended renown, but it's really not a lot. I tested it, and after selling 3 captain's chests, I got around 15% increase to renown for my level, got some reputation, and got about 6,000 gold. And then I tried burying 3 captain's chests and posting the map. Someone completed it, and I got the same amount of reputation and only an extra 10% renown, but no gold. But here's where it gets very silly. So one evening, some of my friends invited me to their server. I currently had some low-tier treasure on board, so I thought I'd bury them and post them before switching server. I did this and then switched server. When I got to the new server, which couldn't have been longer than 2 minutes, I got the notification that someone had done my quests. That's impossible, I thought. But then I started thinking.
about Apex Gaming PCs. Ooh, look at all these great PCs just sitting there waiting for you to purchase them. Wait, these are Captain Falcore PCs? They are, because I am partnered with Apex Gaming PCs. They will slap the PC together for you, and you can choose your bespoke hardware for your totally badass gaming rig, and then laugh in the face of the cretins that are below you. And if you use code Falcore at checkout, you can save yourself some cold hard cash. Apex Gaming PCs. All the links are down below. Join the master race.
You see, the problem with this new system is, servers only have a 48-hour lifespan, and after 48 hours they will shut down and restart. However, it's very rare for a server to stay active for that amount of time, because as we all know, if you are one of the last people on a server, the server will merge you into a more active one, and then close the old one that you were previously on. It's just how the game works. So because these maps are bound to the server in which you post them on, and because server merges happen very frequently, that would mean that the maps that you posted would be lost to the void. So when this happens, rather than you losing that posted map for your efforts, you are compensated and you get a notification that someone had completed the map. But the reality is, nobody completed your map. This fear was later confirmed by the developers on Twitter from people asking the same question. Now, I think it's great that they put a mechanic in there like this, because it would royally suck if your maps just completely disappeared. But this also really takes away the joy of knowing that someone actually did your quest. In fact, it's very unlikely that someone did your quest, given the amount of times the servers merge. So given that the reward for doing this is very underwhelming, and now the reality of it being very unlikely anyone actually took part in your handcrafted adventure, it really puts a stinker on the whole system, don't you think? And it's a shame, as the system has so much potential to be one of the best things added to the game. If the maps were broadcast to all servers, for example, and stayed there until they were done, it would open so much more potential. Say, for example, you're a live streamer and you grab an Athena. You could then say to your chat, okay guys, I've put the Athena on this island, I've posted the map, everyone go look for it. Or you could post your quests on social media and create competitions outside of the game. Furthermore, you could assign a color coding system to the maps, servers. For example, each map has an outline. A grey outline means low tier loot. Green outline means it's worth your time. Blue outline means you're going to love what you find, and purple indicates a huge amount of gold to be had. With maps being posted across all servers and this color coding system, people would swarm to the quest board in each play session, and people would enjoy posting them more often. Slap a leaderboard in there too, similar to the emissary ledgers, where if people do your maps, you rise up the ranks, and the top tier ranks at the end of each month get a new cosmetic or something, and right there you have one of the best features added to the game in the longest time. But for now, the quest board is just a silly gimmick. And although I'm glad it's here, I'm constantly reminded of how good it could be. So for now, I'll just take in the view on this sit spot and think about all the God damn it!